Also Executive of the Year, and she thinks her bench is even better this year than last year. And off the bounce, including winning a title as an assistant with the Toronto Raptors.
Tyler Marsh has done a real nice job of bringing this team along. They struggled to start early, but you're seeing things come together. It's a possession for Chicago. Angel Reese able to look over the top, and Kamilla Cardoso at 6'7" has a size advantage, playing with a lot of power right now, Pam. I love her level of aggressiveness.
Took it right to Cardoso.
And that's where she has an advantage. She has the foot speed advantage and the mobility against Cardoso. Chicago showing good discipline early, looking to get the ball to Cardoso, using that matchup advantage.
Atkins able to step through a pair of defenders.
Little lefty floater.
Downturn, Courtney Williams.
Yeah, both teams with some shots off of the rim, but you're right, New York has been struggling as of late, but it has a lot to do with the injury to Jonquel Jones.
In her last 3 games, K-Mac had hit just 25% from distance. And there's Reese getting it done and has a chance for the three-point play.
Their roster, and here she gets to the top of the key, takes some contact, but is able to kiss the shot up off of the glass. Chicago's one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the W. You have to keep them off of the glass.
Good look to Elizabeth Williams, who is having a nice season.
And for them to have that kind of connectivity, they've only been assembled in this version since last year.
And this is a team that did not make the playoffs in 2022. Started 2023 0-6. Since then, they are 39 games over 500.
Calls her own number, quarterback keeper. Nafisa Collier takes it the length of the court.
But Chicago doesn't take long.
Angel Reese sprinting the floor. Collier and the rest of their bigs slow to get back.
Coming back to play for Minnesota.
Part of that bench mob that you discussed earlier, Pam. This is a really good bench team, and Angel Reese before our eyes. Couple possessions here. Angel Reese in and out dribble, showing that face-up game against Collier.
Nurse decides to reverse it. Banham, after a lot of touches.
In move, she took everything out of the toolbox for that one, Pam. And then handoff from Elizabeth Williams, who sets a nice bump screen.
Heidemann snaps the 8-0 Chicago run. Now Reese takes the jump shot.
She has had to do that quite a few times in this tough stretch of the schedule.
Banham buries it. Her second 3 from the same spot.
She really understands how important the defensive end is to Cheryl Reeve, and her preparation is impeccable.
Cardoso into Elizabeth Williams for the bucket. 18 paint points so far. Elizabeth Williams, little no-look pass to Ariel Atkins. How about that for E-Will?
Great high-low look to Elizabeth Williams. Here's Williams again, but this time as a passer on the...
Atkins.
The crafty lefty. That's a tough bucket. Cut to Ariel Atkins, and speaking of Atkins, she just squeezed that one up with a little bump. It's taking away player tendencies.
Again, Minnesota tops in the league in both offensive and defensive efficiency. Reese's outstretched arm, and Angel running the court well. Gets it from Onyenwere. Couple of me-bounds later.
It's about mindset. It's relentless effort, but it's also how good her second jump is. That's a me-bound.
Nurse spots. Knocked around. How about that? Cardoso just kind of knocked it around until she could gather it and put it in. K-Mac, nope. Good box out by Smith. Allowed Williams to sneak in there. And the piece of Collier.
To take that advantage of Kamilla Cardoso away, you have got to beat them to the punch on the pass.
And then Ariel Atkins got a hand on it as Smith tried to drive to the basket. Just that,
yeah, her pull-up game today is activated.
Reese has Nurse. Teammates. Yeah, only Asia Wilson averaging more blocks per game And that's nice. Atkins with the delivery.
On the shots in this first half. I know that Cheryl said that she didn't particularly love their offense. Some of the patience and the motion of their offense we haven't seen, but what we have seen.
Oh, you're now guarding Williams with Reese out of the game. And she took it right in. Time now for a decent shot for Chicago. Atkins has been brilliant. Why not? Perfect way to end a great half for the Sky and Ariel Atkins. Atkins with the perfect exclamation point. WA Halftime Report presented by State Farm. Second game back from the AmeriCup competition. But Ariel Atkins is having herself an afternoon. 9 of 11 from the floor. Atkins was such a key component for Washington, and she's red hot.
She's got 21 points, 10 for 13 from the field. Here she is going left to that left.
Banham found herself a little bit of room. Cardoso, so important to get her back in that lineup. And now she's back.
Well, she sets a screen there for Rachel Banham, and look at how she sprints to the rim for that for Minnesota. Going back to the Commissioner's Cup, where Indiana had a lot more time to rest coming into that game than the Lynx did.
On a big afternoon.
Well, Chicago continues to go to the paint where they have been so effective. And Kamilla Cardoso, Chicago's movement in their space.
Yeah, definitely a clean block for Collier, but they score on the inbounds.
Defensively.
Long pass, it's a beauty. Banham to Reese. Tia Nurse chased it down.
Great hustle by Nurse.
Ewell finishes with the left hand.
The confidence.
Shepard got her shot blocked, and then a tie-up. Controlled by Atkins. And then Wede worked herself free.
Play right there without the timeout. Beautiful pass to Angel Reese over the top. And then the pull-up here from Michaela Onyenwere.
Right now it's 5-on-4 as Reese just crossed mid-court.
Not sure where she's going with that pass, Pam.
Trying to duplicate that. Shot clock winding down. Atkins realizes. Throws it up. Hits it. Ariel Atkins.
And for Minnesota right now, and Atkins with a prayer sends it up, gets it to go.
Shot clock winding down. Banham's floater finds the bottom of the net. Huge bucket.
Banham. And Angel Reese sets a little ghost screen, and the drop coverage by Collier allows for enough space. Courtney Williams has to chase Banham off of that because she is a great three-point shooter.
Most of the fans on their feet here at Wintrust. Cardoso comes out and blocks Williams.